Hello YouTube friends, and welcome to our review of the Cronos L6036. This is the homage to the Tudor Black Bay 36. Right off the bat, let's have a look on the package itself. So little Cronos box, I'll zoom out a little bit just to see. You can see that. But inside the Cronos box is a user manual, and I think as usual they have a guarantee card. Side of the box, there is a screwdriver, a screwdriver that we can use to resize the bracelet. Of course, the watch itself, I've already removed the plastic in there because it's quite a mission to remove all these plastics, if you all know what I'm talking about. Oh, there's actually one more left in there. I'll have to remove that plastic. Okay, so let's get out of the way this box. I'm not sure if there's anything in there. It has a nice padding to it. It's quite nice. Quite the same texture to one of those 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷 boxes that you get from 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷. It's not quite bad. I kind of like this little bag from Cronos. It has their logo in there, which is quite nice. I'll just put it right on that side, and let's see it, the L6036 in person. So hopefully you guys can see that. There's enough light for you to see. I'll zoom a little bit closer. So this is a blue dial. This is a 36mm watch. You have a Jubilee bracelet, and the clasp is quite okay. Let's see if there's some plastic left in there. I'll have to remove that later on. So bracelets are really comfortable. I think that's what I love about Jubilee bracelets. They're quite comfortable, and plus you don't have this, sort of an overhang when it sits on your wrist. So when it sits on your wrist, it's just that. It doesn't have any, I like those male end links where you have another section of the area there that kind of overhangs, but this is quite comfortable, I would say. So it's like a solid bracelet. I'll do some macro shots if I can later on, and while I'll save that, I'll just try to resize this to my wrist, and we'll get back to the review. Right, now let's go to the measurements of this watch. 35.9, 36 on that side. The case, I think case is around 36.3. If you can see from our trusty caliper. Bracelet is about 18.5. Then tapers to, let's see, the last end of this piece, is around 15.2. Diameter and size. It's about 11 or 10.9. It's actually very thin, so it's gonna sit nicely on the wrist. It's not gonna look bulky or chunky. So about 11.1. Tiny crown over there with the Cronos logo. It's a nice looking logo right there from Cronos. And we have a sunburst blue dial. Looks really nice to the eyes, if you can see that. Let me zoom in a little closer. See that. There we go. Alright, let's take a look. I'm gonna slap it on my wrist so you guys can see I have a 6.5 inch wrist, so it's gonna sit just nicely. So look, there we go. It's not too big, doesn't look too big. Sometimes it looks, yeah, if I zoom that out, it looks a bit big, but it's actually smaller than you can see in the actual. It tapers right nicely on, hugs my wrist quite nicely. I might have adjusted it quite tightly, but I like it tight on my wrist though, but I'll adjust it later on. But it looks quite nice, to be honest. Now I think we can go right on to the movement. I'm not very experienced with PT5000, so pardon me if I don't have anything much to say about the movement, but let's try it on. I'm pretty sure it's about the same as the other movements. So this Cronos set is a screw down, so just like any movement. Well, let's unscrew that and it opens up. Enough. And then let's pull that crown. I assume that's going to be to adjust the time. There it is. So it stops, it hacks as well. It stops that time. Let's put it more. And it starts the time. Assuming you can wind it like this. Ah, yes. Now this one, I do feel this is different from most of the watches I've owned. I've owned some NH35 and Miyota 8215, and this one feels a little bit stiff when I wind it, I would say. I'm not sure if you can hear the click. There's a clicking sound there. Let's see if you can hear that. All right. There you go. Okay guys, I haven't had any issues screwing that back in, so I'm just gonna keep it right there. But hopefully you get an idea of how this watch looks and how it feels, and at least the overall quality of Cronos. Well, this is my first time getting a Cronos, so I'm also trying to see I think at least the value for price ratio that you get for these kinds of watches. So just like anyone else, I don't present myself as a some kind of an expert or anything. I just admire watches and I just enjoy them for fun, and hope you guys as well. So hopefully this review is helpful. I'll go ahead and do some macro shots for you. And here's the Cronos when you're in the sun, just to get an idea of what it looks like when it's on the sun, so you can see it. There's no extra light there, it's just the sun there. It's a really nice piece, guys. I love it. The blue dial, it changes. It does change a little bit if you go a darker place. And if you see it on the sun, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the dial is mesmerizing. It's amazing. Just playing around with the sun there, the light there, so we can see different angles. Alright everybody, thanks for watching this video. I know this is not the most extensive video the rest of you see on YouTube, but hopefully this gives you an idea if you really want to pull a trigger and buying this watch, or if it's not free, that's okay too. But for now, for me, I really enjoy looking at this watch. It's one of the coolest watch I've ever owned at the moment. Thanks, Cronos. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and have a good rest of the week.